Hi guys, and welcome to a brand new series and a brand new channel. This is the Ultimate Underdog challenge, which I am partaking with Blyth Spartans, and it's a challenge I actually started a while back, so we're going to pick it up a little bit after I started it. Basically the idea was to take a team from very low down in the league, and in this case it was the Blue Square North, and I picked up Blyth. They were predicted to finish second from bottom in that league in this FM 2012 edition, and it was a case of basically getting rid of a lot of players back then and seeing how it did. So I'm going to just take you into show you what happened previously. So if we go down here to the Blue Square North, where we started back in 2011-2012, and as you can see we were champions that year. I basically really completely changed the squad, and it was a really good season. Yeah, won 22, drew 15, lost just 5. 4-point victory over Vauxhall there, and straight up into the Blue Square Premier that year. And basically the rules are the rules of the challenge are that I have to get promotion within 2 seasons. If I fail to get promotion in 2 seasons, the challenge is over. So we went up to the Blue Square Premier the next season, and it was a lot tougher. As you can see, we finished 11th, a lot more defeats. It was tough. I didn't probably change the team enough. I stuck with a lot of players that had got us there. That's probably why we ended up where we did. So I mean, not bad. We were again favourites to go down. That didn't happen. Brilliant. So again, big changes that season, end of season. A lot of players brought in, again on freeze, no transfer budget at this stage. And if we move on to the 2013-14 season, you can see yet again we were champions. Just 4 defeats this season. 3 points clear of Cheltenham. It was pretty close in the end. Poor Cheltenham didn't go up. Stockport ended up winning the playoffs, and we were in the big time. We were up into the League 2, and basically we pick it up from the League 2 from last season, 2014-15. We finished 13th. Again, another tough season, and I think I didn't really learn from my mistake previously. Again, didn't really change the team enough, and just really inconsistent. We were had a good run, and then we'd lose, draw a few games, and it was tough. So a big overhaul again this season, and it's basically I need to get out of League 2 this season, and that is imperative now. There's no doubt about that. It has to be done. Let's have a look at the transfers I have secured. So as you can see, no money spent again. I managed to get rid of a few guys for a bit of money. Got rid of this guy, Frederick Basile, who was an ex-Manchester United trainee. He's got some good stats, but the problem I had, which I should explain actually, with the squad at this point at the end of last season, was that I had a massive wage bill that I needed to reduce. I think we were something like 300 grand in the red, and players like Freddie here were just on way too much money, so unfortunately I had to get rid of some good players. Him, got 18k for him. I've got Bobby Reed here, he's another good player. I only had him for 1 season. Good stats, as you can see, really, for a League 2 player. Unfortunately, again, I had to get rid of him. So let's see what he did for us. He had an okay season. 1 goal, 2 assists, 6.79, not bad for a team in mid-table. Ross Gilchrist was a youth member. Michael McCaffrey was a guy that's been with us from pretty much from the start, from back in the Blue Square days. Gave him off on a free transfer again, had quite high wages. Conrad Blyth, would have actually probably liked to have kept him. He's a decent player. As you can see, he hasn't even been picked up by anyone yet. You can see he's with me for quite a few seasons. Did drop off a bit last season. Struggled a bit in League 2, which is why I decided to get rid of him. And the fact that his wages are just ridiculous. Omar Eladeluai, I think that might be how you say it. Just never really did it for me. He's a Man City trainee. Been with me for a few seasons, had a good season, as you can see there, back in the Blue Square Premier. Last season, really not used as much, on big wages, and time to get rid. Alex here, Alex Staranvo, he has gone to Ipswich for 10k, and again, decent stats. Had him for 2 seasons, didn't really do that great. He's okay, but again, wages too high and couldn't justify keeping him, so bye bye Alex. So I managed to net 37,000 in transfer fees, but the board, they don't give me any of that back, unfortunately. So I was stuck with looking at bringing in free transfers and loans, and I got some pretty good players. Dale Owens here, got a massive Irish contingent. Now this guy's got great stats, look at this, some brilliance. He's really pacey, acceleration, he's good off the ball, determined. He's going to play in sort of defensive midfield role, which I like to use in my tactics. Northern Irish under 21, 15 caps for them. I'm quite excited about him. He looks good. Could be, my assistant thinks he could be one of the best players at the club. Damien McHugh, again another Irish lad, Southern Ireland this time, 19. Brilliant work rates, stamina's really good, balance, got some good stats again. Another defensive midfielder. He's going to be back up for Dale there. Lewis Borg, got him on a free transfer from Nottingham Forest. Basically hasn't made any appearances, got some decent stats, a bit of a flair player, another defensive midfielder. It's not something I had a lot of anyway, so it's all good. This guy, we had him on loan for the end of last season from Peterborough and managed to secure him on a free transfer. He's got some good stats, composed, aggressive, corners are good. You can see decent technique, work rate, stamina and jumping. So he's a bit more, he's an attacking midfielder. Excuse me, Shane Cook here, another Northern Irish lad, another under 21 cap, 19 years old, defensive midfielder again, or you can play central midfield. Good penalty taker, quite aggressive. I'm sure he'll stick a foot in. Yeah, so good stats there. Reece Walker we got on loan from Nottingham Forest, 18. Again as central midfield. I was really lacking in central midfield, so it's important to get a few players in. Don't know how much he's going to feature really. He's got potential, but he's still quite young. Jack Cubman here, he's a good signing, 23 years old, central defender, can also play at right back. He's got really good tackling, look at that, 15, aggressive, natural fitness is really good, agility, pace. He could be very good, and he was basically brought in to replace Conrad Blyth, who obviously was one of my big central defenders that I had to lose. So obviously getting all these guys on decent contracts as well. As you can see, this guy, his wages, well, they're quite high. He's I think he's one of the highest paid members now of my team. Fraser Franks, again 24, central defender, left back as well, can play both positions. Comes from Fleetwood, so he has League 2 experience, which is what we want. I think he could be quite a good player. He's good in the air. Hoping I need some defenders that are going to score goals from corners. Didn't have a lot of that last season. This guy could be quite exciting for Crystal Palace on loan. Blackpool Chibue, Zambian. Very good flair player. Influence, brave, good natural fitness. He plays on the left wing. And finally, from Nottingham Forest on loan again, Mark Bamford, striker, just to add to our striking options. He's not going to be first choice by any means, but I'm sure we'll get a game or two. So that's the squad. This is the squad as it is now, as you can see. And ability-wise at the moment, Richard O'Brien, our goalkeeper, is amazing. Another Irish lad, 20, really good stats. I got him last season. He did really well, played a hell of a lot of games. You can see clean sheets 13, so he is a talent, that's for sure. Jack Cubbins up there. Jack Lamp he's a really good defender, but he's out of contract, so he could leave at any point, which is a bit annoying. Again, he was on a very large contract, but he is a quality defender. See how long we can hang on to him for. Maurice Griffiths here, he's a left back, number 1 left back, young Welsh under 21 international, got a really good work rate, stamina. He's a good player. He had a couple of good seasons with us, as you can see from his stats. Angus Shepherd is our reserve goalkeeper now. Dale Owens is the new guy, saw Gavin Levent. Here's our main strikers. Vedat Sari, he's really good signing, this guy, 19, Turkish. Got some great stats, free kick taking, heading. His finishing isn't bad at 13, good stamina. He scored 12 goals for us and got 6 assists last season. One of the high rated players, 704. Came from the West Ham Academy. Ryan Noble's a really good player, 23. His stats don't look that great, but he's done very well for us. As you can see, he's been with me for quite some time. Scored quite a few goals, but he scored even more goals last season in League 2, 15 goals in 35. And our other really good striker is... here he is, Ross Bowen, this guy, 21. Really good player, can play on the right wing as well. Had a fantastic season for us last season, 43 games, 10 goals, 12 assists, 703 rating. So these are players I wanted to hang on to, just to, you know, make the squad competitive going forward. David McShane, he's very good, he's our playmaker. 22, Irish, had a good season for us, but I think there's more to come from him. So yeah, as you can see, we've got a very, very young squad. Potentially some of these guys could be fantastic, as you can see. Okay, so that is where we're at. I'm gonna look and show you fixtures that we've got. I'm gonna basically, let me tell you how it's going to work. I'm going to do, each episode's going to be 1 month at a time. So we start with August, obviously, and I'm going to show a live game as part of the next episode, and that'll be the Plymouth game, which is the last game of August, Plymouth at home. So I'll take you through these games beforehand, and we'll do that each month, unless there's a really, really big game that's worth, you know, showing before the last game of the season, if you see what I mean, of course. So yeah, you can see pre-season we played a lot of games against some quite high-profile teams. That was basically to reduce the massive debt that we had, because you get quite a lot of money for these teams coming up to play. So had some interesting results. Close loss against Burnley. We beat Aston Villa, who are now in the Championship. Beat them 2-0. Fantastic result there. Nicky Rowan, Sari with goals. Lost to Bristol City. Blackpool got absolutely hammered by the Premiership side. Blackpool 6-1. Spartans, who are, I think they're an Irish side, 2-2, should have won that really. Everton, close one there, lost 3-2, really good performance. Huddersfield, 3-0 loss. Birmingham, 4-1 loss. We beat Bolton Wanderers 4-2, fantastic win that one. Rossbo in there with a hat-trick. Fraser Franks, my new defender, got the 4th. And in the final one, we had Bonnyrigg Rose Athletic. I chose them because I thought they'd be really weak opposition and give us a good, good morale as the last game of pre-season, and that's exactly what it did because we beat them 7-0. Rossbone got a couple, Fraser Franks, Dale Owens got a couple, Jack Coven, sorry, so that was a really good game. Just to quickly show you my formation. This is the formation I'm going to be generally using in this game. So lone striker, 2 advanced wingers. This guy is David Mushane, as I said, is a playmaker, defensive midfielder here, and then these guys are wing backs and 2 central defenders. So that's how we play. My pseudonym is Paul Brown for this game, and yeah, I think that is about all we've got in this episode. I'll just show you the finances, and as you can see, we're still 63 grand in the red, but it was better than 300 and something it was before pre-season, before those games, so that's improved quite a bit. So yeah, okay, so I'll be back shortly for episode 2. It'd be fantastic if you could join me. I just want to say a quick shout out to Darren and the guys over at footballmanagerstories.com. Thank you so much for giving me a platform to show my videos. They're going to let me put up some posts with links to these videos, so thanks very much for that, guys. It's a fantastic site. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. There's some really good stories on there at the moment. So that's footballmanagerstories.com. Right guys, I'll see you soon. Please come back for the next episode, which is coming up soon, and if you enjoy, it'd be great if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks guys, this is Paul signing off. See you soon.